Well, hello everyone. I hope you're having a great time in the class. We're finishing up week 2 and going to be heading into week 3. So there's a few things we need to look at. One, this week 2, we're looking at the SWOT, which is strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. This is a great analysis. My background in it is when I learned it, we're looking at marketing, looking at product development. Well, dealing with IT and IT projects, you may not develop a product. You're going to be developing some other form of, basically a product you're going to be using internally. So very similar. Now with a SWOT, sometimes you may want to do more than one SWOT. For example, you may want to look at the people within the group that are going to do the project or the project you're thinking about doing and see how their capabilities match up. You may want to look at the environment to see if this is the kind of thing that would work. You may want to look at the project that you're going to propose and look to see how well that fits in with the goals of the organization or department or whoever the customers and stakeholders would be. So when you do the SWOT, look carefully at the scope of it and see how well that matches up. And again, you may want to do more than one SWOT. And again, if things do change, you may want to do that same SWOT later on. Or get someone else's opinion on it, someone else's input. Again, that's what the critical friend site supervisor is about. Now, coming into week 3, we have presentations. There's two main ways people do these. One is to do the conference call where I have a schedule in the updates and handouts thread. You can state what time you would think that would work best. With that, you would call me, or we can meet in the Breeze room, or I can call your conference line, whatever, and do that. The main way people do this is to put together the PowerPoint slides and then record their narration onto the slides, or record their narration separately and then insert them into the slides. Now, when you go to PowerPoint, you go to Insert, and then you'll see Movies and Sounds. And then from there, you can either record directly on or else embed or insert that audio file. Now, one of the nice audio recording suites out there is called Audacity. And it's free, it works very well. But whatever you do, don't save the files as AU files, because I can't open them because my Capella laptop does not have Audacity, and those can only be opened directly by Audacity. So record them as MP3 WAVs, something that is readily available to be opened. Another thing to look for is if the files are not directly inserted into the slides but actually reside in the same folder as separate files. Make sure that is or is not the case, because if you have a bunch of audio files that are for your slide presentation and you submit them, well, let's say you just submit the PowerPoint slides, I won't be able to listen to the audio. So if the audio is separate files, what you need to do is put the audio files and the PowerPoint file in a zip file and submit that. That way, when I get it and unzip it, they all go to the same place and I can watch the presentation. It's sort of like photos and HTML, because it's looking for something in that file or something at another location. If I don't have that file or the location for it, it doesn't work. So again, if the audio files are outside of the PowerPoint presentation, put all the audio files and the PowerPoint file into a zip file and submit that. Also, you don't have to have the audio on the highest quality. Bump it down a bit. I am hoping that you can keep all the presentations 10 meg would be nice, but definitely try to keep it below 80, 100 meg. That is really getting up there. Also, make sure you shrink your photos down in case you put them on, because sometimes you can put on a 12 meg photo onto a PowerPoint slide, which is maybe only a few hundred pixels wide. So again, look at those as well. It's been a great class so far, and if you have any questions, please bug me. If you post something in the Ask the Instructor, I tend to get to it very quickly. If you send something via the course email, it is forwarded to my regular work email, and so I know something came in. So again, either way will be real fast. If it's something that may be of interest to the rest of the class, then put it in the Ask the Instructor area. And of course, if anything happens where you're not going to be able to be in the class or get your work in, let me know as well. I know life happens. There's a lot of travel, maybe even a vacation, weddings, deployment, all kinds of things. Life happens. I know that. And thank you for being in the class, and hope we have a great week next week. Thanks. Bye.